Anyone from Pennsylvania will tell you that we have no shortage of farms. There's literally farms everywhere in Pennsylvania. It's a farming state. And with that comes many abandoned farms. So join me today and let's walk through the entire property of this amazing farm that's literally frozen in time. Living in Pennsylvania, obviously I'm no stranger to farms, but this is the first farm that I got to film thoroughly, other than just poking around when I was a kid. Uh, this place, being left as is, and with all the belongings left in it, it was just it was a good find. So I figured it was worth documenting. It's not just an empty farm or empty barn. This has a lot of character and a lot of memories, and you can feel it when you're in here. Now, this property is about 44 acres, I believe, and it was an operational farm, obviously, and it looks like it still could be. Other than the house, all the equipment is still, in the barns, and everything was left like it was the last time they used it. The vehicles on this property date back to the 80s, so that leads me to believe that that was the last time that this was operational. And some of the stuff inside is from the 80s as well. I don't really see anything newer than the 80s era. And so yeah, I'm gonna take an educated guess and say that this place has been empty for about 40 years at least. The inside of the house was pretty solid for the most part. Uh, of course, it had a roof that was still intact and didn't leak, but some of the rooms surrounding the house, like the back porch that didn't have the main roof going over it, the ceiling was caved in, and some of the other rooms, the floor were caved in. So I still was pretty careful about how I walked through these rooms. I took my time going up the steps because they seemed pretty sketchy. And this, folks, is why I do what I do. For all those people out there that wonder why we do this, this is a prime example. You don't get a feeling like this anywhere else on Earth. That's different. This is yet another example of beautiful abandonment that Pennsylvania has to offer. Thank you for joining me in exploring it. Underground gathering threads. Check me out, bro.